Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I have just concluded discussions with Ms. Nisha Biswal, Assistant Secretary of State for South and Central Asia, and Mr. Hon Malinowski, Assistant Secretary for Democracy, Human Rights, and Labor of the U.S. State Department. I also welcomed Ambassador Atul Keshav, who just assumed duties as the United States Ambassador to Sri Lanka. We have continued the dialogue that began following the election of President Sirisena in January and my appointment as Foreign Minister then. During our previous meetings and following my visit to Washington in February this year, we agreed to rebuild our multifaceted bilateral relationship. Several new areas of cooperation were identified during the very successful visit of Secretary Kerry to Colombo in May this year. Our discussions today focused on follow-up on those understandings and on working towards even closer and tangible links. We discussed steps taken by the government of President Maithripala Sirisena to promote reconciliation and to strengthen the rule of law as part of our government's overall objective of ensuring good governance, respect for human rights, and strengthening our economy. In keeping with the specific pledge in President Maithripala Sirisena's manifesto of January 2015, and now that we have achieved political stability through one of the most free and fair elections held in this country, I outline measures being taken to address concerns regarding alleged human rights violations, including through independent domestic mechanisms. We have agreed on prioritizing closer economic cooperation. The United States is Sri Lanka's single largest export market. 23% of our total exports enter the US market. We want to enhance our trade and business relations and encourage more US investors to take advantage of the economic opportunities in Sri Lanka. We look forward to regular high-level interactions at all levels, reflecting the current trajectory in the US-Sri Lanka relationship. Later today, Assistant Secretary Biswal will call on President Sirisena and on Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. I wish Assistant Secretary Biswal and Assistant Secretary for Democracy, Human Rights and Labor, Hon Malinowski, and the delegation a very pleasant stay here in Sri Lanka. Thank you. And now may I invite Assistant Secretary Nisha Biswal to address you.